and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who is recording this episode while levitating. It's Adam Hodgins.
I am levitating, and that's why my audio is extra crystal clear today, because there's no sonic reverberations being canceled out.
So, much like M. Bison in this movie, after he becomes all dead, and he gets defibrillated back to life.
Right, yes.
And he starts flying. You didn't have to go through all that. But you just sort of figured out, much like the Japanese trains that he talks about, how to... Are you using magnet?
It's a combination of magnets and sheer and utter brawn.
So you can brawn yourself into levitating?
You can brawn yourself into anything if you're manly enough.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a good T-shirt right there.
So anybody on this planet, they just got to channel their inner kind of beast mode.
Exactly. I call it their inner Blanca. Their inner Blanca.
Maybe that's why Megan's always floating around, my wife. She just channels her beast mode all the time.
Go for it.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'm very impressed. Actually, we just had an episode where Tom Tresimer, we talked about Vertical Limit, and he did it while up on K2, which is really impressive.
That is sweet. And
Jay Cluett, during our Piranha 3D episode, he did it while jet skiing in a lake in Arizona.
It's incredible that all of your guests can do incredible things on a non-visual medium.
Yeah, it's very selfless, isn't it?
It really is.
If we put this on YouTube, it would be because people. All right.
It wouldn't be fair to the other YouTubers though if this became a YouTube thing.
We could charge money. So you recorded a crystal clear episode while levitating. You recorded a crystal clear episode while up on K2 with no oxygen, and you recorded a perfect episode while in a jet ski trailer that propels itself via water across the country. Perfect. Sound, audio, everything perfect.
Right. So you do that, who's going to listen to Chocolate Rain?
Imagine the tutorial.
Oh, yeah.
People would just be passing out, wiping out.
People would listen to the podcast just so they'd understand the context of the tutorial.
Here's what we need to do.
Talk to me.
A levitating jet ski on K2 recording an episode.
That's amazing. Mark, do you want to hear the coolest thing that happened this week?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So I was hanging out with my buddy Adam Goudreau and Dan Summer. We get together like once a month and have breakfast and just bro down. And so they're asking about the podcast, and I was like, and they're like, well, what would be like a good first episode to listen to?
Oh no.
And so I was like, for you two guys, like go check out The Quick and the Dead. That was like one of our latest ones. It's real good. And both of them had never seen The Quick and the Dead.
Oh.
But they listened to the episode driving back to Kitchener, and I got a message from both of them the next day saying that they went on like Amazon Prime and watched it.
Yes!
So because they listened to the podcast first, 2 people experienced Quick and the Dead.
That's amazing.
Doesn't that just make you feel good?
And I got a message from John Levengood the other day, who does a lot of these episodes. He sent me a message, not hyperbole, right? He said, your Dog Soldiers episode was amazing.
Yes!
And that episode got shared. There's this guy, Crash Palace with this guy, Billy Crash and Johnny Numb. They were all over it. So I think we might have influenced more people to watch that movie as well. So no one's watched, what's the hockey movie you made me watch?
Youngblood.
No one's watched Youngblood because they can't find it.
No, they're trying.
Yeah.
That'll be the name of our Netflix documentary, The Search for Youngblood. People will think it's about these vampires, but it's not. It's just about us looking for a hard copy of the movie Youngblood.
If I was kidnapped and someone said, tell me the 5 MFF episodes that sum up your 250 podcast episodes precisely, what would they be? I think Peter Rabbit would be number 1.
Wouldn't it though?
2 hours. 2
hours of sheer bliss.
Now, did they like Quick and the Dead?
So what Dan Summer, who Adam Goudreau really liked the movies. I liked the movie, but Dan Summer said, I don't watch Westerns. I loved this movie. What are more Westerns you'd recommend?
Wow. It's a Sam Raimi Western, right? Would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And so I'll tell you the list I sent him. You tell me if you agree with it or not.
Okay.
This is the Western list I sent.
Before you get into this, can I just say one thing real quick?
Yeah.
I just had a funny visual of me in my head just violently disagreeing with it. Because you and I have never had a violent disagreement. We've never had a genteel disagreement. Well,
No,
yeah, we have, but it was more. I don't want to bring it up, but we've had a very almost the most amicable disagreement in the history of the world. But I just
Yeah.
picture myself you reading these things and just freaking out like Chris Farley when he learns about his coffee.
So actually, right now at this moment, we are head to head in a poll movie competition.
Yeah, we are.
Which is the closest thing to an argument we've ever had.
I haven't even looked at it. Oh wow, we're close.
It is neck and neck, sir.
I have a feeling we're gonna break the all-time vote record. So if you go to MFF Facebook, you will see
the results.
The results, and it might be a little later, but also we put up a lot of polls on there. So you know what? Let's do something real quick. And
okay.
I want to put you on the spot. You and I are gonna do a movie draft, 5 movies, and we're gonna put this up on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook the day after this podcast hits. Okay?
All right.
So you and I are going to draft 5 Westerns for people who don't watch Western.
Okay.
Right now. So pick a number between 1 and 2.
2.
All right, you go first.
All right, so I'd say Tombstone.
Oh, brother, you just won it. All right, well, I'll say, geez Louise. Oh, man. You can't trump that. All right.
No.
So this is for people who don't watch Westerns, correct?
Right.
All right, Maverick.
Okay. Open Range.
Oh, that's another. Wait. Okay, that's good. All right, well then Unforgiven.
Yeah, that's good. Silverado.
Oh, Silverado. Oh, I got a good one. Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, yes.
Because that's a horror movie, right? That's not really a Western.
Yeah, but it worked. All right. 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh, you just won. Your team is way better. Now, is Tremors a Western?
I think if someone was like, what's a good Western to watch? And you said Tremors, I would never ask your opinion again.
Okay, fair enough.
But in the same breath, yes, it is. Right? Like
it's one of those like this is a friendship wrecker right there.
Yeah.
Would you say?
It's just misleading.
All right, so I gotta pick. You know what? You're evil, man. You picked such a good squad. All right, well I'm gonna say Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles is fantastic.
I think I just tied it up.
I think you just tied it up. I think you did. I'm gonna say High Plains Drifter.
Oh, High Plains Drifter. That's so good.
So good.
I get the last one. Oh my goodness. This is tough. This is where all the marbles are. And if you were in Home Alone, you'd slip on them.
Right.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go with The Hateful Eight. Is that a Western?
Yep. And it works 100%.
This is going to be, we're going to break the internet. What do you think? We're going to break the internet?
I think so. I think all the Western fans are going to love it. All the non-Western fans are going to become Western fans.
All right. So you have Tombstone, Open Range, Silverado, 3:10 to Yuma, High Plains Drifter. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I watched 3:10 to Yuma in Korea.
Really?
It was awesome. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I love, and Tombstone. You can't beat Tombstone. But Maverick, like Unforgiven is probably my favorite Western. I'll watch, so Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, right? Is probably my favorite Western, but I just don't know if I could recommend it to someone because it's 3 hours long.
It's pretty deep cut.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, and cinephiles love it, but it's not something I would hand over to a guy that, or a person who's like, I'm not in a West, but I just recommended Bone Tomahawk to them, so
So here's what I would say. Check this out. When it comes to, and I would say Fistful of Dollars, a few dollars more in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like I look at that as one entity almost. My wife is not a cinephile like I am, and you are.
Yeah.
She does not. She'll watch it, but she's so unpassionate about it. I think I could get away with displaying a Good, the Bad, and the Ugly movie, like vintage movie poster, in our living room as like passable decor. Because it's such a thing beyond a movie.
Yeah. Oh, because it's just everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's interesting. Even if people hate Westerns, you could have a Good, the Bad, and the Ugly because you don't even have to see it. You know you know who's good, you know who's bad, you know who's ugly.
Yeah. So, fun fact about my family. Do you know the card game Bang?
No.
So there's this card game Bang, and next time you come to Canada, you guys are coming over. We're playing it.
Sounds good to me.
It comes in a huge bullet, and it's essentially like a Fistful of Dollars, the card game.
What?
And there's an expansion pack called A Few Cards More.
No.
And yeah, and so it's all like in Spanish with like English subtitles, but it's like this cowboy spaghetti western card game.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It's fantastic. So my family plays it every morning before I go to work. We sit around the table and we play Bang. And we listen to the soundtrack to The Good, the Bad, the Ugly while we're playing it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Oh, it's fantastic. Are you and your wife, are you guys game people?
We we play a game called Dirty Neighbor whenever with my parents. It's a card game that we used to play with my grandma. It's a very Swedish thing.
Okay.
That's about it. Yep.
Okay. So we're game people.
Got it.
And so I got a new game for Christmas it's called the Blockbuster video game.
Oh, is it good?
It comes in a VHS plastic case.
Oh my goodness.
And you open it up and the board is a VHS tape that you unfold, and it's the movie trivia game for people that don't know movies. It's like anybody can play it, and it's if you're good, if you know movies and love them, you enjoy it more, but it doesn't make you any better at the game.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
And so for movies, if you've seen movies, you can play it, right? Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, but even if you're like just a casual, like my wife, like I said, is not passionate about movies, she does really, really good. She really kind of kills it.
Oh, that's accessible then. It's not. So if you and I were playing something, what is the movie where Sean Astin is thrown around like a rag doll in a kitchen? You and I would be like, icebreaker.
But nobody else in the room is having fun at that point in time.
Mm-mm.
Remember when the first Seen It game came out, the DVD board game Seen It?
Yep.
And all the movie fans like us got it for Christmas, and nobody would play with us.
It's like playing someone who's good at foosball.
Yeah. Why is that even a thing?
You know when people are really good at foosball, you just want to. It's no fun.
No.
Leave me alone.
Here's your trophy. You win. Congratulations.
I'll put my quarters down. You can keep them.
Exactly.
Did you ever rent Street Fighter at a Blockbuster?
I did. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Edition for the Sega Genesis.
Oh my gosh. What about the VHS tape with JCVD?
I rented it the first weekend it was out on VHS.
Did you see it in theaters?
I sure did.
What do you think about this movie?
Okay. Oh, so...
Hey, I just want to say, that's the first time I think I've ever redirected a conversation back to the movie we're supposed to be talking about. You impressed?
No, you've really matured as an individual. So, this movie came out, 1990? 94. Okay, so 13-year-old Adam and 38-year-old Adam have different opinions of this movie.
I want to hear
it. But when 13-year-old Adam saw there was a Street Fighter movie coming out starring Jean-Claude Van Damme in 93, I think I said to my friend Brandon at the time, who was my best friend, there may never be a better movie than this.
Never.
This may be the perfect movie.
I don't think people realize also how big Tekken was in 93, 92, 94. I mean, it sold over 10 million copies on Super NES, Sega Genesis. This game was a worldwide phenomenon. And that's not even hyperbole. It was a phenomenon.
Huge.
Giant.
Yeah.
And so go for it.
Well, in those few years, the conversation around Playgrounds was, what do you think is better, Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter 2?
Street Fighter 2.
Right. Well, everybody had an opinion. It changed from day to day, but you picked a camp, you sat with it. Everybody owned both games, but you just played and played and played.
Yeah. Were you the back forward guy and the E-Honda with the hands?
No.
Or were you a strategist?
I was a Ryu and Ken expert.
Wow. I was the back forward with Raiden.
Oh, yeah?
And I would just use the hand thing with E-Honda.
Oh, yeah.
And when people screamed at me, I was like, learn how to block.
Yeah, 100 hand slaps.
And then when they learned how to block, I got destroyed.
Yeah, no, it's like in Mortal Kombat, you do the somersault kick, somersault kick, somersault kick,
yes!
4 times to win. Yeah.
My game never evolved.
No, that was it.
I can see you being a Ryu Ken expert.
Yeah, just got real good with those guys. I was a one character guy. So it was Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat, and it was Ryu/Ken in Street Fighter 2.
Do you ever play Tekken?
Guy. So Tekken 3 for PlayStation was like the evolution of this.
Who do you think was my player?
You were definitely an Eddie Gordo guy.
I was King.
The Japanese luchador.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was a Horion guy.
Nice.
With those fast kicks.
I like the boxing of King.
Yeah.
I was terrible.
Not, but you didn't love the boxing of Balrog.
No, I didn't. Well, because I couldn't 100 hand slap with Balrog. If I could do like a windmill with Balrog, I'd do it.
So here is my thought, Mark, on this movie right now as a 38-year-old. So as 13-year-old, I was like, this may be the perfect movie in the world. 38-year-old, I'm saying, I think this is a definite conversation that happened. They sat down at a board table and they were like, okay, we're going to make Street Fighter into a movie. I think they talked for at least an hour and a half about could they just call it Street Fighter 2? the movie. And they're like, wow, there wasn't a first movie. Yeah, but we're just making it off the Street Fighter 2 game. It'll just be easier to call it Street Fighter 2. Wow, I think so. I think that conversation took most of their prelim time. And they had very little time left in the clock for their first meeting. And they said, well, what do we do for a plot? And they said, well, it doesn't really matter as long as by the end shot, they're all in their outfit. We really just have to figure out how to get them from point A to in their outfit for the last montage and still picture at the end. Because there was some ridiculous reasons how they got into their video game outfits.
Do you want to know so I just wrote a massive piece for Rotten Tomatoes about the 25th anniversary. And so
okay.
I pretty much know, I bought the Blu-ray to listen to the commentary from D'Souza.
And as usual, I go the opposite, right? So you always do deep cut commentary stuff for these podcasts, and I do the no commentary so I can get educated here by you.
Well, I think if we both know everything, it's boring.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so
I like to give my hot take, and then you tell me when I'm right and when I'm wrong.
Your hot take was, I loved it. It was pretty much perfect because it was Street Fighter 2, the movie.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and all right. So I got to tell you something. So Capcom, right? We want to make a movie. It's '93. It's around November. And they're like, we want a movie to come out next year, Christmas of '94. And they go to Steven D'Souza, the famed writer of 48 Hours, Die Hard, Commando, Running Man. And they pitched him like, hey, pitch us an idea. So he stayed up all night writing session, went into a pitch with no sleep. And he goes, I want to make a James Bond style action film about a warlord threatening world destruction and the good guys thwarting him. He's like, but I don't want to use all the characters. I only want to use 7, like the 7 dwarves.
Mm-hmm.
So they were on he had never directed anything big before. This is his first feature, $33 million. And they go, sure. And he's like, sweet. So he has 1 year to write the entire script based on his pitch. Then they had to, 1 year, write a script, location scout, build sets, cast, film, edit, market, and release in a theater in 365 days.
Wow.
Which is insane. They ended up going to Thailand, but it went insane, so they had to go to Australia to shoot to finish it out. Now, they wanted 2 people for it. They wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they wanted Raul Julia. And he's the best part of this movie. It was Tuesday. He's amazing.
That line is awesome.
I mean, I wrote an entire paragraph about how, and while he's saying that line, he's holding a mixed drink with an orange garnish and a bison swizzle stick.
Yeah, all the bison merch was hilarious.
He has a bison night hat, and he wants bigger food courts. But yeah, so the majority of the budget went to Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia.
As it should.
So they had not that much money. So they went over to Thailand, and which I think worked really well for them because that scene at the end where they are storming Bison's castle, his temple, they had hundreds of extras. It looked like a real war scene, which I think added some nice. They could afford extras for next to nothing. It was like Blade 2. They paid their extras $18 a day to come in Prague. So here in Thailand, they're just like storming in any tourists. They're throwing in any of the populace, anybody that's around. They threw into the movie.
Right.
So he has a year to make this movie. Eventually, Capcom's like, wait a second. We're like $1 billion company. We're putting every character in. So he went from having
by name. You have to mention every character by name.
So he went and he's like, oh, okay. I had to, so he goes. So he had to rewrite the script to fit in everybody. So I guess so. I wrote Ryu and Ken are huckster arms dealers who team up with Colonel Guile, Cammy, and T-Hawk. Sagat and Vega are real arms dealers who also run an underground fight club. While Dalsim is a doctor who creates super soldiers against his will, one of whom is Blanca. DJ and Zangief are cheeky henchmen who work for Bison. Chun-Li, Balrog, and E Honda are reporters and fighting legends who want revenge by working their way up through various media outlets. So during this film, Guile dies 3 times.
Yeah. There was the big, dead swerve, dead swerve, dead swerve.
There's, a bureaucracy subplot. There's a $20 billion ransom. There's enjoyable torture. Food court discussions, henchman wage debate. There's 5 speeches. Now,
absolutely.
Before we get further, I want to ask you, me and you, right? Who are me and you? Are we, you and I as a duo, are we similar to Sagat Vega? Are we similar to Ryu Ken, Zangief DJ, Cammy T-Hawk, or Honda and Balrog? Which
So I
duo
want to say
explains us the best?
I wish the humble person of me who says we're somewhere in between Zangief and DJ and Ken and Ryu, but I think we're probably safer bet with Ken and Ryu.
You think we're Ken and Ryu?
Yeah.
Who's Ken and who's Ryu?
I think you would be Ryu because you have a little bit better fighting experience.
He definitely had more fighting experience, did he? Like
Yeah, so Ken was the classic guy, and there's one in every martial arts movie where he's just kind of a puncher.
Yeah.
Like, what was the guy in Bloodsport who was like, and then there was the guy in Best of the Best. It was Sean Penn.
Yep.
And there's always this one guy who's like doesn't really know karate, but gets in the movie, and I think that was Ken in this movie, and that's what I would be. I'd be the guy who's like, yeah, I took some karate lessons, I've been in a few tournaments, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
You're Doug Glatt.
Doug Glatt.
You're just a fist fighter.
Yeah. Throw some punches, make it look good.
That scene though, where Ryu is about to fight Vega.
Yeah.
Now they were going to have a full fight, but they didn't have enough time to rehearse it. No, so what happened? So you know what happened with Raul Julia during the filming of this?
Well, he died during the film of this thing.
A few months after he completed it, but he had just gotten over a massive bout of stomach cancer, and his kids loved this game, so he did this with them. So he took his entire family, and this was his last film, which is amazing because he steals everything he does. But the thing
it's just him just having the time of his life.
All the fight scenes were supposed to be at the end of the film, but because he was so sick and emaciated, they pushed the fight scenes to the beginning of the film to allow him to recuperate for the finale of the film, which is so brave and amazing. I love the guy. So they were going to do a massive fight scene, but they didn't have enough time to do it. So they just had JCVD drive in and crash the party before the fight even starts.
It did really seem like an Indiana Jones moment, right? Where he just shoots the guy when that thing crashes through the wall.
Yeah, he pops up and he's like, "You're all arrested," and then everyone runs away. So how did they get? I want to see the movie where all these guys get gathered together. Yeah,
like there was a lot of logic jumps, like we're here, now we're here, now we're here, now we're here, like that. That happened a bunch of times, which I'm okay with.
Oh yeah, well, they had tsunamis and floods and problems with production, so they just were like, okay, we'll do this today. Or hey, where's JCVD? He's not here today because he has a massive. Allegedly a massive cocaine addiction. He didn't come back from China, or he's in his camper not coming out. Okay, well we'll just add other scenes with Zangief and make him funnier.
Right. So Mark, here's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, I made a list of hot points I wanted to talk to you about.
I like it.
And so because you're the most knowledgeable person maybe on the planet right now about this movie, I'm gonna just give you a hot point. And you're going to take it and let me know what's going on, the story behind it.
I love it. Let's do it.
Okay. Bison, in the opening credits, there's like costume designer so-and-so. Bison's costume made by, and then it had Bison's costume got its own credit.
Yes.
Now, why was it so different than regular costumes?
Well, the production, the costume designer, I know her name, Deborah Kramer. Mm-hmm. I know that off the top of my head. So she came in and she helped design a lot of costumes, but this was also based off of the video game. So I think they used that design and gave that person credit.
Okay, so it was like here's the real person behind what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay, it just seemed funny that his costume got a credit.
I mean, it's a great costume. His cape work in this movie is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Okay, so my favorite visual gag of the movie. Was E Honda. Every time he got out of the van, it would like lift up 3 feet because of the suspension.
Oh, he's just big.
But I don't think he was that big. Like E Honda was big, but the actor playing him, like he was overweight, but I wouldn't say he was like a typical sumo wrestler size.
Yeah, so I never heard of. Maybe it was just a cheap van with no shocks because they had no money.
Right. But I just thought that gag was funny. Every time he got out of there, it was like, oh, he's so big. Here goes the van up another 2 feet.
I love the gag where Cammy kicks him out of the thing.
Yes.
I would hire Cammy.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
She's a good employee.
She was definitely sold out for the cause. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay. There was also like a Robin Williams reference this whole movie with the Good Morning Shadaloo radio station guy.
I heard that. Yep.
Right. So, do you know who that guy was? I don't know if that would be a role. I would love that role where someone's like, we need you to be the voice of Robin Williams in this world. So I just wondered if they gave that to somebody like on the production design or something.
I don't know who did the voice, but I know that director Steven D'Souza said that he made the announcements cheeky on purpose. What do you do when a bison
throws
henchman...
a grenade?
Yep, pull the pin out and throw it back at him. There will be delousing at 3:00. So he purposely made the announcements funny. Like, he wanted them to be stupid. So he kind of knew what he was doing with these. So I don't quite know who read it, but I don't know who did that, but I do know they made him purposely droll and boring.
It felt very Starship Troopers.
Yeah, and that's what he wanted. So this whole movie, he's like, this is a comedy. He's like, what? How can people not? He was freaking out a little bit. How can people not think this is a comedy? He's like, look at this painting in the background. He's like, he has a swizzle stick. That chair has a bison logo. Listen to this like thing right here that's playing. Like, listen to the music right here. He's like, this movie is
a straight up, almost a slapstick comedy.
Now, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
That aren't based on any fact. They're just your amazing brain giving me an answer.
Right.
How pissed would you be at Guile for going, hey, Charlie, we're going to come and get you. So and you're Charlie.
That was my next hot take. It's like the hey, buddy, I'm coming to get you, Charlie. That's here saying, does Van Damme actually hate Charlie? Like, is he like, oh, what's the stupidest thing I could do? What's the number one thing not to do in a hostage negotiation? Is to be like, I'm coming to get all those hostages, including my best friend Charlie. Bruce Willis. So here's the thing. It's the opposite. It's funny because this guy wrote Die Hard. D'Souza wrote Die Hard, where John McClane doesn't tell Hans Gruber that Holly Gennaro is his wife.
Yeah.
Right? Because he knows that would give him leverage. Whereas in this movie, right away, Jean-Claude's like, here's your leverage. He's my best friend. Don't put him in the monster machine.
And then Bison goes,
Right? It's just, it was awful. It was not smart, Van Damme. Not smart at all.
Another question for you.
Yes, sir.
When when they're infiltrating the base,
Tommy Hawk.
T-Hawk, Cammy, and Guile are infiltrating the base.
Right.
And he looks, Guile goes, hey, T-Hawk, what's with the headband? And T-Hawk goes, it's Cherokee. It's when we go into battle. And then kind of rudely, Guile says, you should have brought 3 of them.
Right.
Why? Did he have to bring, would it have been nice? Okay, quick question. Would it have been nice if he included Cammy and Guile into his Cherokee tradition?
In 1993 it would have been, but now it would have been a cultural appropriation.
Got it.
Right, but it would have been nice then. But again, that was just a moment, one more step of like, we need to get Tommy Hawk into his video game outfit, so he's going to put on a headband that's not part of his actual uniform, and so now we need to explain it.
Like, Guile, you should have brought a tank top for me, Guile.
Right?
All right, another one for you. When he is going down the hole, right, with the rope, Jean-Claude, or Guile, I keep saying Guile, goes, 4 years of ROTC for this? Isn't that what?
Yeah.
Isn't that what ROTC is for? To prepare you for that.
Colonel Guile. Yes, Colonel Guile. That's why you went to yes, that's ROTC is to get you ready for fighting bison.
You and I go to 4 years of band camp, and then we have to rappel down a mountain. Then we could say 4 years of band camp, and we have to do this?
Yeah, this seems odd. This seems like a mislead.
But we love this movie, by the way. I cherish this movie. I hug it.
But I didn't need to look where I could get this movie because I already owned it.
This movie, when I found out there was a commentary, I bought it. Like, I went back in time and bought it. But he's going down a hole with a rope to infiltrate a base of a megalomaniac who's going to genetically modify super soldiers very slowly.
Very slowly.
While he's surrounded to kill the world. He's going to kill everybody that he could turn into super soldiers. All they have to do is turn the power off of the facility.
Yeah, again, you can't look at the logic of the whole thing. I love when he said it was a James Bond kind of thing because Bison seemed like a perfect James Bond villain.
That's what he wanted. He didn't want many people in this movie. He had to keep adding people. Right.
Because it was like, it's a classic thing in the James Bond thing where it's like, we want to take over the world. But if you have enough money to have a temple base, all these like soldiers, what else do you really want? We've talked about it before, right? What can you do with 100 million you can't do with 10?
You're right. He's already making a ton of money. No one's gonna mess with him out there.
No, why do you gotta make Jean-Claude Van Damme angry? Now, here's the big difference between 13-year-old Adam and 38-year-old Adam. 13-year-old Adam thought that Jean-Claude Van Damme was the absolute perfect cast for this movie. 38-year-old Adam says, if I'm going to cast the character who wants to embody America, he's got American flag tattooed on his shoulder. Why am I getting a guy from Brussels to do that?
Yeah, it's a
choice.
They could have, Val Kilmer with the hair.
Yep.
Imagine that.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh my gosh. Him and Raul Julia sparring verbally.
Right.
Now, I want you to know, JCVD, during that big speech, he nailed it in one day because the night prior, his dad came to visit, and his dad, JCVD, and the director hung out, and his dad told stories about World War II, and I guess it got JCVD all fired up. He didn't take off to, China tonight to disappear or do any of that. He nailed that speech in one take. Really?
Because it's the best. Like in a movie where you're watching nonsense, you're like, oh, now he's acting.
And also, I mean, in this movie, here's more proof. So he goes, 4 years ROTZ for this. You have made me a very happy man, and next I'll make you a dead one. Yeah. Then he goes, I'm okay, I'm just half dead. Then Cammy goes, and Bison? He goes, all dead. Right. It's just...
What happened, I like when he says, what happened to the purity of hand-to-hand combat? And it's like, what is going on?
So I got to tell you something. Megan was watching this with me, my wife, and she's joined us with the Venom pod, our very popular, what other pods has she joined us from? Some other very popular episodes that
she joined us for other ones.
That have been great.
Constantine.
Oh, people love that one. So she was sitting there hanging out, and she's like, what is this movie? But then she watched the DJ walking away from Bison scene, and she started laughing.
Yeah.
That's some good acting right there.
DJ's accent was my favorite thing.
Yeah. That guy did not care. He's like, I get to go hang out in Australia and Thailand. I'm in.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, I have a few more hot points here.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Would you agree that Jean-Claude Van Damme's had the worst hair dye ever?
I didn't notice it. I never...
He looked to me like all the kids in high school that were like, I want to have blonde hair, so they just put hydrogen peroxide in their own hair.
Well, that was the 90s, so everyone did that, right?
That's right. So just an aside, Dan Summer just sent me a message on Facebook right in this moment, and it said, I don't know if I can vote for you in the contest because Mark put Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Tell him to go with his heart. My brother voted for you.
I like that.
My cousins voted for you. Most of the MFF contributors gave you a bunch of votes. So I'm telling people to vote with their hearts.
I'm saying I'm currently.
Tell him to vote with his heart.
A pod with Mark, who says, vote with your heart.
My buddy Tom voted for you, and he gives me crap when I don't vote for him. I vote with my heart. I want this to be fair, man. I'm telling people, vote for what you want.
Yeah, well, I just told Dan Summers that you said vote with your heart.
Nice.
And he's interrupting a podcast. Okay.
But these are what our polls are doing, though, man. People are getting invested in these things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So what do you need? What's the question? Oh, the hair dye? Or were we on to another one?
No. Well, it just looked like they saved some money for hair dye instead of going full blonde. To just give them the home basement peroxide dye.
I didn't notice.
Mm-hmm. I also said in this movie, because Shadaloo is not a real place, they never showed us a map of where it is that was consistent. There seemed to be a lot of cultural inconsistency.
Yeah.
So there's circus performers, there's a Spanish dancing fighter, there's all kinds of Asian influences, but I could never really pinpoint where they were or what was going on.
Well, they also spoke Esperanza there.
Yes.
Isn't that insane? I think this is where they were is a place where it seems like just a place where people from all over the world go where they can't go back home. So everyone just ends up there.
Right.
Does that make sense? So maybe there is a lot of varying.
It's a smoldering pot.
Yeah. Of interesting folk.
Okay, two more. Then I'm done my hot takes.
Oh, then I got 4 and 4 for you.
Okay, in just 1 second here. Sorry, just there we had some background noise. In the moment when there's Cammy and Guile are storming the temple, and Giles does 3 roundhouse kicks to the people's faces, then it cuts to Cammy and T-Hawk like storming. Cammy yells drop kick as she hits a guy.
Yep.
Do you think that was meant to be in the movie, or do you think she was just saying, like, I'm going to drop kick you now, kind of like wrestlers would call it in the ring?
Did she say anything in the video game?
No, it wasn't a callback to the video game. So Cammy, DJ, T-Hawk, and Phi Long, who's not in this movie, actually, he's the one character who didn't make the movie, were added for the championship edition for Sega Genesis. They were like 4 add-on characters. But no, Tammy never yelled anything in the video game, but she just runs, she yells drop kick, and she drop kicks a guy. So I didn't know if that was like maybe not supposed to be there and they forgot to edit it out.
Head punch.
Yeah, it made me laugh.
I was more concerned about JCVD throwing 3 strikes and knocking 3 people out.
Yeah, but it's what he does.
When she said the kick, I went, oh, that's probably from the video game. So I just sort of said, oh, that's a. I was about to say that's a cookie. That's not a cookie. That's an Easter egg.
Right.
For audiences.
Okay.
Why would it be a cookie?
I don't know. It wouldn't be a cookie. Here's my last hot take, and then I have a question for you.
Okay.
This is amazing. All of the camouflage in this movie is either bright red or bright blue, and they are in a very green and brown landscape. So is the camouflage actually doing anything?
No, I guess not.
No, good guys are in bright blue camouflage, and bad guys are in bright red camouflage. But there's no background for them to mix in with.
Do you want to hear a very funny story? So originally everything was painted for the UN, which is blue,
right?
And the producer's like, we should ask permission.
Never ask permission, always ask forgiveness.
Exactly. And they asked permission, and then the UN said no. So at the last minute, they had to change everything to AN. So they had to keep all the blue from the UN.
Incredible. So that's where the blue came from.
Yep. So they wanted to be UN peacekeepers, but they had to switch it to AN. But the red probably just came from Red's evil.
Yeah. Well, I think they were like playing off Bison's red character outfit.
That's funny, man. No one blended in, and they had terrible aim.
They had terrible aim. Okay, so I have 2 questions for you. First question, what moment in this movie do you think made me laugh the hardest, both when I was 13 and when I was 38? Like today I watched this with my kids while we ate dinner tonight as a last minute refresher for the podcast. And this moment made me and my son laugh out loud both, and I remember laughing out loud in the theater when I saw it.
When JCVD does that, when he does that flick off to Bison.
Nope, not that. But that's a good moment.
When the person with the sign puts their sign down and Vega looks all depressed.
No, but my daughter laughed at that a lot.
Okay. I get one more. That's how these things work, right?
Yep, 3 strikes.
The funniest moment. So let's see. There's a lot. Okay, change the channel.
No, not to change the channel. I did laugh at that.
You get paid?
Yep. No, it wasn't that.
Oh, goodness.
It was when out of nowhere 2 Japanese people start talking to each other with subtitles, and it cuts to a Godzilla sound effects fight over a small miniature city.
Can I explain why that scene happened?
That's what it was my setup for you, bud.
So that guy, the Capcom wanted him to be Ryu.
Okay.
But the problem was they had to film so fast. Like we have to knock this out in 3 days. That actor didn't have enough time to he didn't have enough time to learn. Like even, I can't knock on him because if someone said, Mark, I need you to play a Mandarin character and just do it all phonetically.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
The audience would be like, I hate this guy. So that's why they made Captain Iwata with him. So you can tell his accent is very off. And then they started speaking in subs, and then they added in the Godzilla bit because it's Japanese. He's Japanese to give him more screen time.
Yeah, well, it seemed like he was just shoved into shots a lot.
Because they wanted him to be Ryu, and he had to the Souza had to make concessions to make him an admiral in the movie and have lines. And he said the guy hated him on set.
That's fantastic. Okay, Mark, what do you think in our conversation is my connection with this movie and Cliffhanger.
Okay, let's see. There's a very well-spoken villain.
Mm-hmm.
There is money that is destroyed.
Oh, there's all kinds of connections I didn't draw, but
Okay. So you draw a connection. There's no ropes in it.
no, I would say a conversational connection.
Conversa- Conversational connection. So they weren't in the same year.
No,
I got nothing. What is it?
so it's actually maybe a contrast. Maybe I misled you, but in Cliffhanger, where everything was so beautifully shot, except that one scene where you're like, oh, this is clearly a set. Every scene in this looked like a set, like a very cheap Saturday Night Live set. Like every shot, they're like, oh, this is just a soundstage. They're outside. I'm like, oh, that's a soundstage.
Yeah, they had no money.
None.
And they had no time. So they just threw together the most anything they could do. They just said, all
Everything
right,
looked
let's try
so
it.
wobbly.
It's just they had no time, and sets were getting blown down, and like the warehouses would flood. They had a ton of problems in this movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who did the production design though? The guy who did Towering Inferno and Poseidon Adventure.
Really?
Yep. Do you want to know who's the cinematographer?
Yeah.
William Fricken, the guy who shot Tombstone, Rosemary's Baby, and Bullet.
Wow. Now, if you're that guy, do you just leave this off your resume if you're looking for a job today?
No, I think you have a shirt that says I survived it.
Right.
Because it's not the shots aren't bad. They just had no money. Most of the money went to the actors. A lot of stuff was wasted. People got sick. There was a lot of time wasted. They had to build new sets to accommodate. So when they found out that Raul Julia needed time to get better, they had to rush set building. So everything looked like, paper mache because they had to switch everything so quickly.
Right. Do you think they paid the extras in bison bucks?
Yes, and bison burgers.
And bison burgers, absolutely.
From Ted's Montana Grill.
Do you think that the cinematographer's T-shirt would say, "I went to Shadaloo and all I got was this lousy T-shirt"?
Yes, I would buy that T-shirt.
That would be a great T-shirt.
It's 25 years old, but I want to own it.
Right.
All right. Hey, let's do something. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, I have some questions for you. How's that sound?
I love it.
All right. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks asks questions about Street Fighter. Now,
Brilliant.
okay, so there's a scene in the movie where Dalsim is just being sassy with Bison. Like we're talking, you're crazy. Like he's talking trash to Bison.
Yeah.
And I'm loving every second of it. Now, Bison goes, you need to stop. He's like, but when I take over the world, you can write something and get published. Will that make you happy? Which is an amazing line. I mean, that's a great line.
It's really arrogant. Like it's almost like the Kim Jong status where it's like nobody, unless I say so, can publish a book.
It's just perfect. Like I'll let you do something scientific. That's fine.
Right.
Would he let him do that?
No, none of his. He is a politician. None of his promise. When he says to Zangief, not Zangief, when he says to Zagat.
Yeah.
When he says, when I'm not going to pay you money for these weapons, but when I win this war, how would you like to own half the country? He's not going to give him half the country.
Yeah. What half?
Right? The water half?
Yeah. I'll give you the bay.
When I was, I think 10 years old, we were in a restaurant and, we got our meal and then it came with a free dessert. You could eat ice cream or Jello. So we got Jello, my sister and I, and it came Jello with whipped cream on top of it. And my sister said to me, "Do you want half mine?" And I said, "Yeah." And she just ate her whipped cream and gave me the Jello with no whipped cream on it. And I was like, "That's the Zangief Bison deal here. I'll give you half, the half that nobody actually wants."
Give him the Zangief half. Or no,
Yeah.
that's funny. The Bison half.
Right? It's just like, yeah, just take that. No one wants this. No, Bison is merely a politician making false promises everywhere he goes.
But I love him. Is he not perfect?
No, it's the perfect iteration of that character.
I mean, Raul Julia, man, he is so good in this. And I put him up. All right, so I just wrote an article. In this article on Rotten Tomatoes, I would say you'll be very proud of me. I have a
I always
line in
am.
here.
Always am.
So if you read this line in here, I put, where's it at? You're gonna love it. You might cry a little bit.
I'm looking forward to it.
Let's see. I put, where's it at? I gotta find the line. I wrote a huge piece. I can't believe they let me get away with so much. I mean, I wrote so much, but I wrote, so the It Was Tuesday moment, it belongs on the Mount Rushmore of underappreciated lines, right alongside Skeletor's Loneliness of Evil moment in Masters of the Universe, and Andrew Scott's It's Like Kick-Ass or Kiss-Ass, and I'm busting heads monologue in Universal Soldier.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect sentence.
Isn't that aren't you proud of me?
I really am. You really just encapture everything I like about you into one sentence.
And he got the bad half.
And you got the bad half.
He wouldn't give him the water because that's good. He would give him the muck.
Okay. Even 13-year-old me who wanted to love this movie, who did love this movie, who saw it opening weekend, bought it on VHS, and then as an adult bought it on DVD. I have 3 complaints about this movie, Mark.
I want to hear it.
Okay. Do you want to take a guess at one of them? Or do you want me to just tell you?
Just tell me, because I've been getting every answer wrong, and it makes me question how much I know about you, man.
Ryu never yelled Hadouken.
Never. And I wrote that in my Rotten Tomatoes article.
That was a moment that was wasted. Similarly, Guile never yelled Sonic Boom.
He should have yelled it when he jumped 40 feet.
If Cammy can yell Dropkick, then Guile needs to be yelling Sonic Boom. Because that was like trademark game. And the other thing was the stealth boat seemed to have some inconsistencies about what actually happened.
It was not stealth.
It was just a boat. But on videotape, it was stealth.
Whoa.
Like when it cut to, like when we were actually there, they'd had a small effect on it, that kind of, but you could see the boat. But then when they were watching it on television, you couldn't see the boat. So I was like, what's actually happening here? That was a little bit confusing to me, that whole thing. It also reminded me a lot of the boat from Missing in Action 3.
That's a sentence I never thought I'd hear in my life. And that's why I love doing these pods with you, man. These eps with you.
Yeah.
And I wrote about 2 of those things in the article. 2 out of 3.
Oh.
66%.
That's not bad.
I knew you know it's 66%. I just had to throw it in. 66.6%, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
Though there's a stealth boat in Missing in Action 3.
It's more of a speed, fast. It's like a fast boat.
It's so fast you don't see it?
Right. The Missing in Action trilogy might be a neat pod. We have to watch all 3 of them, though. Okay. And because the way that Canon was releasing films, 2 was done first. So they released 2 and then made part 2 a prequel.
Wait, oh, wow.
Yeah, so part 2 was a flashback because it was actually the first one, but it wasn't done in time.
That's amazing.
Isn't that fantastic?
That's the best.
Yeah.
I have another question for you.
Talk to me.
In this Street Fighter world, all right, so this is what happens. So we have to believe this is fact in this world. There are many scenes where Jean-Claude Van Damme runs for cover, but instead of jumping behind rocks, he just leans against them.
Yep.
So nothing is stopping him from being shot, but he keeps running to places that are not he doesn't jump behind rocks for cover. He just leans against a rock and shoots at people. What does it, in this world, why does that work?
I think it works in this world, Mark, because this is based on a 2-dimensional fighting game.
Oh, if you go behind something, where'd they go?
You go behind something where they go. So it's all the fighting strategies in this game are 2-dimensional, not 3.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Because he runs to this massive pile of rocks.
Yeah.
Chun-Li and Balrog are there, and they're behind the rocks. He's not. It's styrofoam, but I guess in that world, it's just very light rock.
Right.
So I guess that's right. It's a 2D world, so he has to do it. Now, my last question.
Talk to me.
Fighting Wes Studi as Sagat seems terrifying. The physicality that he throws a kick, and I thought he killed the actor playing Ken.
Yeah.
And then I know it's a gag, but he busts open the punching bag. Wes Studi he's Last of the Mohicans. He's a bad dude. He's in Heat. But
yep.
He looked like he was trying to Sean Astin, the actor playing Ken.
So I think at this point in time with
Damien Chapa.
With that caliber of an actor And with this production, knowing all your money's gone to Van Damme and Raul Julia, I think halfway through filming this, you understand it's not going to be winning the Oscar you thought it would be. I think when he filmed that scene, he's just like, I don't care anymore. I'm just going to kick something.
And kick something he did.
Yeah, he went for it.
Watch it again. Did you notice how heavy his kicks are?
He is not pulling any punches.
He's not. I felt bad for Damien. He was getting winged at.
Yeah. No, it looked like very physical stuff going on. And again, at this point in time in filming, I don't think anybody really cared. There was some people that brought everything, like Van Damme and Raul Julia, like they earned all their money. And there were some people that I think just phoned it in.
Yeah. Or they just thought it, like, so these guys, a lot of these guys got hooked to the massage parlors around the area. And
I didn't know that.
So there are oral histories. There are 2 oral histories about this movie that are brilliant, where the guys just got working out. I guess Jean-Claude Van Damme started a relationship with Kylie Minogue on this. These guys were constantly going to massage parlors and spending money and like getting wasted, and they almost rebelled. This guy Benny the Jet, I don't know if you know, he's a famed fight coordinator. He works a lot with John Cusack and other things.
Yep.
So he's like, I can do choreography, but I don't know video game choreography. So he knew nothing about the video game. They just flew him out there because there was no time to prepare. This whole shoot was just, so the explosion at the end, when they do their poses.
They do their poses.
They were only supposed to blow up a quarter of the thing, right? Now, in an oral history done by The Guardian, the assistant director of the second unit, Keith Highgate, admitted that only a quarter of the temple was supposed to explode. However, the whole thing blew up and destroyed $240,000 worth of scaffolding and styrofoam that was built over 4 acres. So they were supposed to blow up just a quarter of it. And there's a scene where you see the actors just getting out of the way. But they blew up 4 acres worth, 240,000. The explosion was so big that they took out like acres of land, and they weren't supposed to.
That's fantastic.
But this movie made $100 million, dude.
Oh no, it was a profitable movie. Like, of course, it's going to make money. Van Damme in '93 could paint a picture and it'd make money.
Yeah, 94 Time Cop, that was huge.
Yeah. Now I will say it makes sense, knowing that they had an actual relationship, but all the on-screen chemistry was between Guile and Cammy. And then at the end, they tacked this thing on like, I guess he's going to flirt with Chung-Li now. But I was like, no. He's clearly into Cammy. Like, it was so obvious there was chemistry there.
Yeah, and it was weird, though, that Chung-Li, he was like, yeah, we can hang out as long as you're in that dress.
It was a weird last line of the movie.
Yeah, and then Cammy's in the background kind of looking happy. And I'm like, no.
No, Cammy.
I felt bad for Cammy. Because I'd hire her.
Yeah.
I'd hire T-Hawk.
And even Chung-Li was kind of a jerk in this movie.
Yeah.
And she even made fun of her hair. She's like, pigtails, really? And she's like, you're one to talk, because she had those, like, prison guard buns up there.
Yeah, and she went, oh, yeah, you're right. So their plan was to infiltrate the media so they could travel around for 10 years. I guess that's a good cover.
Yeah.
That's a good cover.
They committed to it.
I mean, they were good reporters.
Were they, though? It seemed like very slanted, like, hey, Bison, you're awful, and I'm outside in the street reporting about you. Like, it seemed like very much high school newspaper reporting.
No, in the beginning, though. Remember the official news report? She looked like, I was watching her do when you watch reporters sometimes and they do those weird head twists? Yeah. They're always nodding. She did a lot of that. I'm like, oh, yeah, she studied.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can get behind that. She knew what she was doing.
I mean, man, there's so much to talk about with this movie, but it just brings joy to my face.
It could only exist in '94 when it existed, right? It doesn't fall into the realm where it's so bad it's good. It's its own entity, and I think it works kind of like the 1966 Batman show.
Yeah.
So for kids watching it, they're like, this is the coolest action movie ever. For adults watching it, like, this is great slapstick. It kind of plays to both things. I think it's a very specific kind of movie to watch.
On the plasma that they give to Blanca, it's like plasma, danger, mutagens.
Right.
And I like that scene where Sagat's like, hey, how about you take some ladies? And the ladies are like, yeah. And then Ryu and Ken are like, no. And the ladies go, oh. They were legit bummed.
Well, yeah. Finally, some decent guys around here. Everybody else is just like a faceless automaton.
I just thought the ladies' reaction to it. Like, this is a cheeky little picture. I have one more question for you.
Yeah.
In this movie, JCVD does a lot of rib holding at the end. For some reason. I'm hurt. I don't know how to show it, so I'm just going to grab a rib.
Yeah, it's a real pro wrestler thing to do.
Who's the best at doing it? Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he's done a lot of rib grabbing.
Mm-hmm.
Sly Stallone, he's lived on rib grabbing.
Yeah.
JCVD, Wesley Snipes from Blade, remember he's holding his ribs.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, who's always hurting himself. Vin Diesel, who he'll get shot and then he holds his ribs. He'll get shot in the shoulder and he's like, oh, my ribs. Or Dwayne Johnson holding his ribs. Because you can't hurt Dwayne Johnson anymore, but you can damage his ribs.
So 100%, no questions asked, Dwayne Johnson, because it's a pro wrestling move. Is I'm laying on the ground, can't move, got to buy some time, I'm going to hold the ribs. So he's the only guy I think who has earned the right to do it because he did it for so many years in the ring. Everybody else is just lazy acting.
Yeah, that sounds about, because he's done some very good rib acting. And Walking Tall, his rib acting.
Now, this is maybe an insulting question, but have you seen the Joe Don Baker Walking Tall?
No, I have not.
You've not seen the original Walking Tall, Mark?
Yeah.
You haven't seen Billy Jack and you haven't seen Walking Tall.
Nope.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Is this our first argument?
No, it's not, but it's going to be our second episode of Remake or Mistake.
Ooh.
Walking Tall.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I like Johnny Knoxville. I miss the Rock movies where Neil McDonough puts a hurting on him.
Right.
Nowadays, he's you can't hurt him.
No. Now, here's a question for you. Better Johnny Knoxville movie. Walking Tall or The Last Stand.
Last Stand. 170 times.
Right.
He blows up somebody with a flare gun.
Last Stand, when that was like Arnold's Arnold's back into movies after being the Governor, was a movie that my wife and I were like, we need to see that in the theater. And we went to a little theater in Barrie to watch it, and we were the only people there, and we were cheering out loud in that theater when things were going. That movie is so fun.
Is it not? It's so fun. So you know the guy who directed it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the guy who directed it I think he's amazing. He did The Good, the Bad, and the Weird, right? Yep. He did A Tale of Two Sisters, which is incredible, a crazy horror movie. And he did a movie called I Saw the Devil, which is one of my favorite horror movies of the last. It puts you through the meat grinder and then puts you back into it.
Right.
But I love The Last Stand. And Megan and I, that's like our spirit movie.
Yeah. So for Heather and I, it's the same thing. That or Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Yeah, that's a good picture right there.
Both movies we saw in the theater, essentially alone, just like laughing out loud.
I put that actress in every list I do. What's her?
Kat Dennings?
Yeah, Kat Dennings. She's great.
She's fantastic.
So that director, right? He made these amazing Korean films. He did I Saw the Devil 80%, Good, the Bad, and the Weird. Last Stand's a 61% movie. That seems about right, would you say?
Yeah, it's an acquired taste.
60. I think that sounds about right. It's just so good.
I think if you're an Arnold fan from the 80s and 90s, it's the perfect movie.
Yeah, and Johnny Knoxville blows the dude up. His bandolier explodes.
And it's just like, it has elements of the Fast and the Furious with that guy just driving that car for the whole movie.
And there's a cornfield thing. The cornfield car chase. Whoa.
And there was a
cornfield car chase.
Conan the Barbarian sword.
Oh, yeah, there was. And I liked the action stars in it.
Yeah, no, everything about it was great.
We should talk about it on the pod.
We should. More than we just did.
Yeah, you're right. We'll do the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, question for you.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot and not a lot about Street Fighter, but should we move on with our JCVD movie squad now?
I am ready, and I think I think my list is gonna maybe surprise and polarize you.
All right. So you want to tell the listeners what they're in for?
So what we're doing is we're trying to put together again our classic 7-picture deal. And so what 7 movies would you offer to Jean-Claude Van Damme right now, today? Not classic Van Damme, not 80s Van Damme. Right now, he walks in and says, I'm looking for a 7-picture deal. what are the 7 movies you offer him?
I love it. What do you got?
Okay, so my first offer would be he would be the villain in John Wick 4.
Whoa. That'd be perfect. I mean, they brought in Mark Dacascos.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they already killed the guys from the raid. I mean, aside from Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Have you seen Avengement? You might like that movie.
I haven't yet, but I should.
Yeah. I love it.
But I would say have him be the mastermind behind the whole society of like hitmen, like the whole Golden Coin Society. He's the heir to that.
Yeah. I love it. All right. My next one.
Yep.
Bazooka Joe.
Bazooka Joe the movie.
So he is a father. And instead of his daughter being kidnapped, it's his son.
Okay.
And he comes to America because, he's the muscles from Brussels.
Right.
And he just blows the ever-living crap out of people with bazookas.
I can get behind that.
He's a father on a revenge story.
Yeah.
He gets to add some acting chops. He takes his daughter with him, and she blows up people with bazookas.
Yep.
I mean, the rocket budget will be insane.
But it would work.
But because he just says, I'm 65. I can't do close combat like I used to. I still can, but I don't have I'm not who I used to be. And I'm not as good with knives as I used to be. So I need bazookas.
Right.
What do you think?
I love it.
Bazooka Joe.
I love it.
All right, who you got next?
Okay, and this is a bit of a love letter to you, Mark. The movie is called What the Puck, and it's a Goon spin-off where it's the team from Montreal, and Jean-Claude Van Damme is the hockey coach for the team of Montreal.
Oh my gosh. Yep, that's sold. And then John Wick 4.
Because I'd say in film, he more often claims his accent is a French accent than it is a Brussels accent. He's always from France or Montreal.
I love it. And he's what the fuck. So I'm not going to pitch this to you, but I had a remake of Miracle where he plays the Kurt Russell role and Dolph Lundgren's the Russian coach.
Oh, yeah.
But I won't do that one. Instead, I'll do one called Karate Man.
Karate Man.
So instead of Karate Kid, he plays a guy that gets picked on and starts training at a school that has a lot of younger people.
Okay.
And then he becomes their star pupil and has to fight in the tournament at the end.
Okay. So we're going to take ageism, get rid of it, and do an equal opportunity Karate Kid movie.
Yep, Karate Man.
I love it.
Or, Charlie Chaplin was the kid.
Yeah. No, just do it Karate Man. I love it.
Okay. What do you got?
Okay, this is another deep cut one. Cannon Fodder 2 International Circus.
Wait, does that mean... Okay, I got to hear this plot.
Okay, so our movie ends with Bruce Campbell doing his last stunt and walking off into the sunset.
He doesn't get blown into the sunset?
No, it's a happy ending for the Bruce Campbell character. But because he breaks his record, you know how Iron Man 2 started with Whiplash watching Tony Stark on the news?
Yeah.
So over in Europe, their stuntman, their best stuntman in the world, their classic, their Evel Knievel, sees our Bruce Willis character break these records and says, our rivalry, and he picks up the old time rivalry and he tries to beat that record again.
Wow, that's amazing.
Right?
And I want to see him take a tarp and pull it off of a giant cannon.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I love it. He pulls it off and he says, "One more ride, baby." And the cannon's name is Baby.
Oh, I like that even better now. That's funny. You got one more ride, baby.
One more ride, baby.
All right, this one's really weird.
I'm down.
Gone Fishing remake.
Okay.
It's him and Dolph Lundgren in the Joe Pesci and Danny Glover roles, and they're fishing in either somewhere in Europe in a fjord in Sweden.
Can they be spearfishing?
Yes. So they're in the ocean, gone spearfishing.
Yeah.
But then they, have to battle a drug dealer or something. But they're not tough guys. It's like Wild Hogs meets.
Would they pull a Copland like Stallone, have to gain 60 pounds each?
Yeah, they just have to lose some muscle.
Yeah.
And then just I would like it to be a word for word remake of Gone Fishing, but that won't happen. So I think it should be called Gone Spear Fishing,
Okay.
but no G in fishing.
Or no, fishing.
Fishing.
And apostrophe.
Yeah, no fishing. Gone Spear Fishing.
Yeah.
Brother.
Love that. Love it. Okay. Hold on to your seats. I would like to see Jean-Claude Van Damme in a remake of Rhinestone with Adele.
Wait, what?
A remake. You've seen Rhinestone.
Yeah, with Dolly Parton and Sly Stallone.
Right. So this one, it's the same movie, but with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Adele.
No. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard now.
How good is that?
You just won it all.
Right?
Whoa. Does he sing?
I don't think so, but he's gonna. But then Stallone didn't. It didn't stop him from making that
Yeah, you're
movie.
right. And he still sang.
Well, he yelled.
Yeah. He warbled.
He warbled.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Bruce Springsteen. I love his voice. Do you think
Yes.
Bruce Springsteen has a great voice?
He's my all-time favorite singer.
Someone told me the other day that his voice isn't good, and I just didn't know how to process it.
You just unfriend them from social media. You don't need that negativity.
All right, well, I'm glad. I'm glad about that.
Have you watched his Netflix special where he just sings and talks about each song?
Oh, it's amazing.
It's entrancing.
I get screeners, so they sent me that, and Megan and I put it on one day, and we just sat there watching the whole thing.
That's perfect.
All right. I'm going to go. All right. So I already used up one of mine. I have one that I don't really like because I feel like it's kind of derivative now.
No, that's fine. Just do it. We can riff on it.
I want a Die Hard in an IKEA
Yeah.
with Dolph being the bad guy. I just see them together. No.
I'm getting that vibe from you.
No. Seagal is the bad guy.
Because you know when that movie happens, he's going to actually kick Seagal in the neck. Sorry, my bad. I did not mean to kick you there. But he's going to do it 2 or 3 times.
I just think in IKEA, it's huge.
Right. And IKEA is frustrating.
Ample room to hide. He could build something.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're large. They could seal off those parking garages quite easily.
Yep.
They have a bunch of metal gates. They're basically a fortress if you did it right.
Yeah. No, in a Walking Dead situation, IKEA is the place to go.
I mean, you could seal off. So you could block off the escalators, right?
Mm-hmm.
Block off the elevator. You'd have to block off the stairs with a bunch of carts or something, or grenades. But you could be secure in that second floor.
Yep. No, for sure. That's a safe place to be.
I know it's a weird idea. I just thought I want to see a Die Hard. I know he's not from Sweden, but it worked good. All right. So what's your next one?
My next one is a small part, but in a deal. They're not all starring roles. But I would like to see him as the head henchman in the next James Bond movie. So like The Odd Job.
Yes.
Where he just stands there silently and then does some kicking. And have him have like a metal foot or something. Like have him like have something in his like not like the Roadhouse blade on his foot, but like
he
have
wears
him
tap shoes.
Tap shoes. Something to that effect. Yeah. There'll be a gimmick with his kick, but yeah, he'll be the henchman in a James Bond movie, the head henchman.
Oh, that's perfect. Do I get one more?
I think you get 2 more.
Okay, I got a great one because I had this one. This one, I want him to star in the Event Horizon remake.
Oh.
He takes over the Sam Neill role.
Yeah.
He's the doctor. He rips out his eyes, but he throws spin kicks too.
Yeah. Could he do blind spin kicks? Like it's a real blood sport moment?
Absolutely. While just people stand around and wait for him to get his vision back.
Who was the better blind fighter? Johnny Depp from Desperado or from Once Upon a Time in Mexico, or blinded Jean-Claude Van Damme in Bloodsport?
Johnny Depp, because in Bloodsport, the villain just stands there like an idiot.
Right.
He just goes, yeah, I'll just stand here. I'm doing nothing while you're blind, and I could wipe you out. At least Depp was proactive, and he had people shooting at him.
Right.
It's got to go Depp all day. I wrote an article for MFF about how terrible the villains are in JCVD movies. Because they always fall apart. Bolo Young in that prison movie, he just throws cans at him.
Yeah.
No good.
So Bolo Young, when we lived in Kitchener-Waterloo, there was this little Chinese restaurant down the road from our first little apartment. But it was his favorite Chinese restaurant. So whenever he was in Toronto, he'd drive to Kitchener to go there, and there was all these Polaroids of him on the wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
Every time they ate there, they took a Polaroid and put it on the wall.
Oh, how about were they just the wall was littered with them and it got a little excessive?
There was about 23 of them on there. It was a little much.
Oh man. Just
So, okay,
eating.
here.
Well, you know that place was good then if he's going there.
Yeah, it made me go back.
Yeah.
Because there's an off chance he'd be there, right? So here's my last one. And it would be a remake of 18 again.
37 again?
No, with Tom Holland.
Oh.
But Tom Holland is a nerd, and Jean-Claude Van Damme is like the cool grandpa. And so then it's like a body switch, but also a role switch, right? Because in the George Burns one, he was all of a sudden he was cool again. But this is that. It's like now I'm my grandfather. I get to be cool, and the grandfather's stuck in the nerd body.
Wow. Man, I love that.
Right?
That's pretty great.
I think I'd watch. I think that'd be the one I'd watch. I don't know. We've got some pretty solid ones.
No,
on
you got
list here.
you got all the best ones. Now, I got a weird one for you. Rushmore 2, Wes Anderson film.
Oh, I'm in just on that premise.
He plays Max Fisher's new mentor.
Okay.
Max Fisher's an adult now, but he's still a man-child.
Yep.
He's in Europe. Very Wes Anderson, very centered shots, meticulous production design, and a very controlled and layered performance from JCVD. Rushmore 2.
Yeah. You know what that inspires me. That I wonder if we could do. I don't want to add another one to my list, but if he could be a villain in Grosse Point Blank 2.
Oh my gosh. Hunting down John Cusack?
Right?
I'd buy it. I'd pre-order it.
Okay, but that's not part of the list. We can't.
Yeah,
We can't. I did my 7.
So I want to keep. All right, listen. Rhinestone, 18 again, right?
Yep.
What the puck? Right?
Yep.
All right. I can get rid of Bazooka Joe. I think that's so weird. I like Cannon Fodder too.
Cannon Fodder 2, International Circus.
That's staying for sure. We can get rid of Die Hard and IKEA.
You can get rid of the James Bond one because it's a good idea, but it's just it's not super creative.
Now I like the idea of Karate Man.
Yeah, that one makes me laugh.
That's all you need. So right now we have What the Puck, Karate Man, Cannon Fodder 2, Rhinestone, and 18 again. On the board we have John Wick 4, Gone Spearfishing, and Rushmore 2.
So of those 3, honestly, John Wick 4 is going to be good no matter who the villain is.
Mm-hmm.
Gone Spearfishing is the one that really piques my interest. That's gonna get the first Netflix click.
Yeah. What is this movie?
What is this about? Click.
All right, so Gone Spearfishing.
Okay, you know what's gonna be amazing about Gone Spearfishing?
What? Dolph
Lundgren's character needs to be named Finn. So then it's Dolphin.
Yep, exactly. Oh man,
that's the kind of inside joke I'm about.
Wow, that's good. And
so
wait,
there you go.
Jean-Claude Van Damme should be Mac. No, that's mackerel. Doesn't make sense.
I was like, damn Mac? Like, what's Van Mac? I don't get it.
Van Mackerel? No, it's terrible. All right, so we're doing 7, right, or 6?
So we're gonna do 7.
Okay, so we have John Wick 4, Rushmore 2.
Go Rushmore 2.
So no 4.
No, let's go Wes Anderson.
Because I just imagine him acting, right? How neat would that be?
So when he does act, he does it very, very good. Are you a fan of JCVD the movie?
Big fan of JC. So I watched that movie not knowing what it was. I was just a fan of Jean-Claude Van Damme. And I watched it and it pissed me off because I'm like, he's good.
Yeah, why doesn't he do this more?
It's like, I hate watching a Universal Soldier monologue. I showed it to Megan. She went, that's really good. And I'm like, I know. Dude's awesome.
He's great. Have you seen his show, Jean-Claude Van Johnson?
I watched the pilot episode. I haven't watched anything else of it.
It really got to me. I loved it.
Nice. So what do you think? What the Puck, Karate Man, Cannon Fodder 2, International Circus, Gone Spearfishing, Rhinestone Remake, 18 again, and Rushmore 2.
Yeah, that's the contract. Sign it.
We got him for the next 10 years.
Yeah, and money. There's money there. So
we would have to shoot Karate Man and Cannon Fodder first, right?
Yes.
Because of we want to make sure he can still kick.
Yeah, those need to be done first. And then 18 again can be the last one because he doesn't have to do a whole lot.
And What the Puck, he's a coach. Gone Spearfishing might have some physicality.
Mm-hmm.
So Gone Spearfishing 3. What do you think? What the Puck 4?
Yep.
Rhinestone 5? No. We should do Rhinestone as 4.
Okay, because he's got to sing.
Yeah. 5, What the Puck. And then we have 6 Rushmore 2, and 7 18 again. And if he wants to work quick, we could knock this out in 3 years.
Easy.
This is beautiful.
I love it. This has been great.
This was fun. Well, thank you for joining me, man. This was a blast.
No problem. Anytime. It's my favorite part of the day.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodgins, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.